No way. Okay. This is really bad. We can change this for sure. 100%.
All right.
We can make it 2000 personal best and something like this. Guaranteed. I
Okay.
swear. Ah, here we go. What's
What's up,
up?
man? The legend.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
What's going on, man? Great to finally meet you.
Yeah, yeah. I'm excited. I mean, I know you now for a while. I watch
Mm-hmm.
your YouTube videos, so yeah.
Ah, thanks. Awesome, man. Well, yeah, great to meet you.
Should I do the hard way or the soft way?
Give it to me hard.
The middle way, the middle. I
I
mean,
can
you
take.
you have the rocket behind your name. You're doing great, so it doesn't matter what I say. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
I mean, I think
working.
just with, I mean, I think it could be improved if there was better engagement, right? Um, it couldn't hurt, that's for sure.
Okay, so first thing, I'm very impressed from the conversion rate. This is very high
Hmm.
because normally when you have a lot of traffic, when you have more than 200 visitors in the last 7 days, the conversion rate is normally not so good. It's getting down.
Hmm.
And when you have more than 200, more than 400 about page visitors, it's absolutely fine when the conversion rate goes a little bit down to 15% or less. But yours is very, very, very high. So
Good.
now I try to understand why. And I think because your promise or your offer on the about page is so huge that people cannot say no, right? Um, yeah, there are two ways for the about page. And well, it's not so. No, it's fine. It sounds. I mean, many people are pasting on their about page things like worth $2,000, worth $3,000. So it's not. It's fine, but yeah, it's a lot of things what you can get. But
And a
still,
lot, just to give you some context, the way that we get people into our free community is we usually promote lead magnets, a course or some kind of like checklist, cheat sheet, something like that.
they
I
have to jump inside, right, to get
Yeah,
this.
and I've always found that it's much easier to grow promoting those kind of things than it is to promote a community. I just don't, and we're gonna,
100%.
yeah, okay, cool.
No, we on a later stage, let's in a year or so, you can promote a community for sure, because then people understand. But at the moment, we have to say sometimes when you like to get this, jump in, and people come because of the product and stay, hopefully because of the community. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so it looks nice. My only fear is when I see something like this is when you get so many people in, are they potentially good members? And I think you play the traffic game. You do
Hmm.
not care so much because quantity means quality. I mean, when you have a lot of quantity, the
Hmm.
possibility that you find quality inside is high. So yeah, I would keep on going. Nice. I mean, looks fine. Okay, let's go into the metrics right here. Yeah,
This is the scary part.
this is crazy. This is crazy. I mean, what I would do, the problem is, I guess it's time consuming, but each member is a lead, right?
Hmm.
Each member is a very, very lead. Each member can jump into a customer journey where to stay with you for years.
Hmm.
So every time when I get new members in my free community and I just let them join and let them go through the onboarding, I think I should write them in DM, a personal DM where I say, hey, what's up? I mean, I cannot do it, but Bella in my
Well,
team is doing this.
I'll tell you what we do.
Yeah.
So, and everybody watching this is going to get our secrets or whatever. I have a VA, also a team member, and we've recorded a Loom video. And with Loom, you can add a custom variable.
Ah, yeah, yeah, I know this. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. And so
Yeah,
we
that's
can,
fine.
yeah,
I mean, because based on these so many, if how would you do that,
right.
right? It's yeah, but a welcome is very important. But when somebody's watching this and people were getting 30 50, 100 new members, I highly recommend to start with a personal DM. Maybe of an assistant. With 500, you cannot do it individually because then you do not have the time for your paid community members, right? How
Right.
should that work? So, yeah, this is fine. And what is also very normal when you have a lot of people in a community, this number of the active members is going down. And the number is also going down when you bring people in because of a lead magnet, when they come from other platforms. Of course, only every third person will stay active and the other people get the lead magnet and go away. But in the future, when Skool will getting more popular, some of them will come back for sure, and they will stay longer in the future. But at the moment, we are still in this age: social media, scrolling, get me a lead magnet course. So it's very tough to get this high. Yeah, it's how many people do you have? No, it's not so low. It's not so low. Uh, I have similar 4,600, and I think I have also 30% or so. Look, 27%. So it's good. And I don't think it's not possible to see this community as a community. Even in, I don't call my community a real community because too many people are inside. It's the it's the
Ah.
first step to show the people what Skool is, right? So with your community, people have the chance to experience what Skool is. So this is a free community. You can jump in, you can get the lead magnet, and you can experience what Skool is, how does it feel, blah, blah, blah. But you cannot call this a community with more than 4,000 people. It's too much to have a bond, a community feeling. So my free community is kind of a German Skool community in German. So you can experience Skool. Most of the time, I do the postings to inform them. This is not the best way for a real community, but with 4,000 members, where most of the people come outside from Skool to experience Skool, and then of course people leave. You do not you do not need 50% active. That is too tough. What
Hmm.
you like to have is many members. You like to get 10,000 people to experience Skool, right?
And just your understanding of this, active is just they're logging on to Skool, right? They're not necessarily
No, your community.
okay. So
I
that
asked them about it because I was not sure as well.
yeah,
They are logged in. You had 1,600 members logged in your community in the last 30 days.
okay.
That's still good. That's good for such an amount of people.
Hmm.
Yeah, so everything is fine right here. Yeah. Oh, shit, metrics again. The growth is nice. Yeah, no way. Okay. This is really bad. Okay, now we have something.
Yeah, this is
Okay,
the
this
part.
this is really, really bad. I mean, even when you run it as a funnel, right?
Hmm.
Or as a first experience, what Skool is. I mean, of course, it's very difficult to create an engaged community, but 500 as a best in a whole year, we can change this for sure, 100%.
All right.
We can make it to 2,000 personal best and something like this. Guarantee, I
Okay.
swear.
Okay.
If we 100% this will work.
Love
So
it.
because this is very low, this is very low. Um, yeah. So you have some engagement. It's a couple of hundred. It's not
And
so
it's
bad.
usually when I post something and then
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but that's normal. I mean, um, I would say your goal should be an average of, first of all, an average of 300,
Hmm.
but I recommend to put effort into it to get to 1,000 a day.
Okay.
Because, let me see. Yeah, you're in the money. That's very difficult. But anyway, you will rank higher in the discovery and people will recognize your community then. I mean, you do not have trouble to get members, but
Hmm.
I guess you also invest in ads, etc. So
It definitely
maybe,
would probably be good to have more people coming from school because they're, like
yeah.
you said,
And
they're
these are the better members, right?
right.
Because they are engaged then. Yeah, so I would definitely try to work on this, on the engagement. It's absolutely fine when only a few people are creating this kind of engagement. You have 82% of the members on level one. This is too high. I would recommend to bring it down to 60% or 70%. I'm also fighting with this. It's very tough. You can see in my community it's also very high. I mean, it's just under 60. Sometimes I'm a little bit higher, but 82 is a little bit too much. So this is, I guess, the lead magnet, right? What they have to get instead when they join, right?
Yeah, that's one
Mhm.
of yeah.
Yeah, yeah. When you can bring this down, you will have a better overall
Well,
engagement
yeah,
just by bringing this down.
yeah,
The level one members.
one thing I've kind of thought about is breaking that launch course up into like two different courses essentially, give them a little bit so they, get their lead magnet, but then they have to check those off. You kind of do it in your one of your memberships that I'm in is like they check off those boxes, they email
Mhm.
Jeff or do engagement inside the community to unlock the next one, and that would get more people to the level two. This is another things like tactical. I'm a big tactics guy, so anything you can share with our audience and with me on like how we other ways we can do that would be awesome.
This is nice to mention in the onboarding. Try to get as soon as possible to level two to get the mystery gift. This is nice. I would not put any resources into the onboarding because when you click on it, you are distracted.
Okay.
It's too much. It's
I guess
way
the
too
part is
much.
like like a lot of them we're promising them the lead magnets. So I wanted to make sure that they got
Or
those.
put it in a classroom then
Put it
maybe.
in a different classroom. Okay.
Yeah, not in the onboarding. So my goal in the onboarding is that it takes not longer than 3 to 5 minutes to complete the onboarding.
Okay.
3 to 5 minutes,
Okay.
and no distractions, right? And I think, yeah, that's a lot here. What's going on? And I, just because I saw it, I always recommend. I never recommend the school app. Never.
Okay.
Because yeah, I heard some stats about it when they're using the app, they stay longer at school or something like this. But I never recommend the app because on the app you are scrolling because you are right beside Instagram and TikTok, right? There's a school app. So I always recommend my members get on your computer, take your time, 10 minutes a day, and chat with the people right here. Because when you're on the computer, normally your intuition is to take more time. Everything what is important, you make it on the computer, not on an iPhone. And
Mhm.
so I never recommend the school app. Uh, I, I I don't know, but most of my people are using school at the computer, and this is why they are typing more and more engaged than
Mhm.
on the small phone. Yeah. Okay, let's get back to the stats. Yeah, but it looks health, so it's not it's it looks okay. I recommend in every community to have at least 200 daily activities. I think what you
I mean,
can
I
do.
can definitely do it like when I try, but it's like, it's like and a lot of the times it's posts that aren't super related to the community that do the best. I mean, those are easy
Yeah,
wins.
what I would
But
do is I would reach out to the top 10 people
hmm
and made them to my deputies. I would reach out and would say, hey, you are the top performer in this community and you see or you saw it's a little bit quiet, but I want to do more here. And you are my kind of deputies, and I want to ask you, let's do a little bit more about it. Um, and then you can talk with them. Can you maybe five will answer of these 10, five are very interested. And then you can say, hey, Sam, can you make a post on Monday? Hey, Donald, can you make a post on Tuesday?
Mm.
Something like this, you know? And here's a list, here's a Google Sheet about certain kind of topics, certain kind of questions. I do the weekend post, or these are, yeah. And it's very important. I mean, you're in the community, you can see it. The kind of engagement is asking questions, not saying something, asking some things, what makes them feel better when they answer. Easy, simple questions, personal things. And I would reach out to these people and find five deputies, and they make five posts each day, different posts. And this
Mm-hmm.
is, yeah. And I'm sure they would say, yeah, for sure. Yeah. I mean, it's just one post a week, right?
Mm-hmm.
And because of this, when they're doing well, maybe you can send them an extra or something like this. Yeah, this is what I would do. And then I would not make the introduce yourself.
Okay.
Kill this. I did this in the early days.
Yeah, I got rid of it too. I don't really. I used to make them do a post, but now it's just the start here post, which is not pinned currently because I'm promoting other things. But
Yeah,
cool.
I would make let's say we are close to 5,000 members, or I mean, with this pace, you will achieve 5,000 members very soon. Then I would make a post, 5,000 members, please introduce yourself. And in this post, it's also allowed to place a link, a website to pitch you. And then please go. I mean, maybe you saw the blueprint in the community, what in our community, in my community, you see exactly blueprint. Then the call to action: go through the comments and look out for people. And yeah, and you can switch with this pace. You can do it every 30 days. You can change it because
Yeah,
500 new people.
I actually have one. I just like I unpinned it recently just to
How many comments did you have there?
oh it let's see this one it's got a 293. I did it
Yeah.
13
When
days.
when 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 did you make this post? Is there a date?
13 here, I'll pin it real quick. Let me give it one
When
second.
was it? On which date?
13 days ago,
Oh, 13 days ago. Ah, maybe where you had 386 daily activities.
probably.
Yeah, but and when it's not have the, you need the call to action at the end. Please go through the comments and like some posts, people you know, where living close to you, something like this.
So check it out. I just pinned it.
And I always change this post. I change it all the time. Yeah, look at this. I mean, 293 comments. Yeah, it's perfect. Yeah, and do it again. I mean, you can do in a week or so. You can do, yeah, perfect. All right, let me go to the other metrics. Yeah, this is something where you can work on.
Yeah, I think
Um,
the biggest thing is like, how do you, and nobody can ever really explain this to me in a way
oh,
that's
I'm excited now. What
where
kind of
where
question do you
where
have?
where my brain can actually grab a hold of it. Is how do you actually get, I mean, everybody says, oh, create the culture to do this, but no, there's no, I'm a tactical guy. I gotta have tactics. So how do we create an environment where the members will actually post and engage with each other? Like
Yeah,
that's,
yeah.
that's the struggle. And like people say, oh, create the culture. Yeah, but like, how do you create the culture?
Okay, I try to answer it a little bit compromised.
hmm
So the first thing is, I mean, in a ideal world, or in a perfect world, the members are the experts and not you.
hmm
Because when members are the experts, they talk. When they feel, oh, I have no clue how this will work, they listen, of
hmm
course.
hmm
This is why some communities, it's very hard to bring engagement in. I was on the 11th place on the first school games with a client, and he was
hmm
running a community about sales. But
hmm
everybody who joined liked to learn what there were no, hey, how are you? How are you doing this? Because everyone's waiting for your information, right? You are the expert.
Hmm.
So people will wait for your advices because they have no clue about community building. That
Hmm.
makes it a little bit more difficult.
Mm.
But to break this pattern, what I try to do is I try to lower my status. But because when your status is very high, they be like, "Oh, no, no, I'm afraid to say." It's like when you go in on a stranger's party and the host is a very halo effect, and you be like, "Oh," like this. So what I do in my community, sometimes I ask a question like, off-topic post. I need help. I don't know how this works. So this
Mm.
will lower my status. And what I observed is communities are not running good when your status is very high, when they cannot share their experience because the topic they do not have a clue about it,
Mm.
and then it's not you're not able to create a culture. When when this is a situation, you have to make more personal posts, maybe an off-topic category, and then you have to, what are you doing this weekend, or
I do. I mean, I've done stuff like and that have worked really well. Like, which it was around Valentine's Day. It's like, what's your favorite rom-com movie? Like, just stupid stuff like that. That I know it's not like on the topic of the community, but those always do like really well.
and I always try to connect the people with each other.
Mm.
That means I'm always saying, now please only the level 1 and level 2 members, please post a hello. And
Hmm.
all the other people, please do only use the
Yeah, I
reply
just
button.
posted that in the community. Check out, scroll down to post number 4.
Yeah, see, you perfect. Yeah, and again, I think when you do not allow this intro posts, so what is also very important for me is that there are no posts with less comments. Um,
That would you see the one I was talking about?
no,
Scroll up
most
is
of the
the
time are introduction posts. No, it's here is one 4 hours ago. So my team has the job not longer than 1 hour or 2 hours. Then there must be an answer. And how tough is your moderation? Do you moderate?
yeah, I moderate.
Okay, so sometimes you delete posts and say this will not fit here.
Hmm.
Yeah,
But if I feel like if I just delete stuff, like there's not going to be anything in there. But maybe you're right.
and
But
you allow me posts, right?
well, I post in his community, so I'm like, all right, well, if he's gonna post, I'll get some extra traffic too. So
Mhm.
he doesn't ever do anything like promoting. He just like his videos and stuff. So I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I mean, people. I don't think your community looks bad. You have 33% active members. I mean, with this kind of size, I think your community looks great. Um, um, and again, I don't think you can build you are able to build a culture with 4,900 people. I mean,
Hmm.
if, I let when I had 1,000 people, I said it's too big to be a community. Many people wrote me, yeah, in the early days when we were just 300, it felt like, and now 4,000. That's absolutely normal. And this
Mm.
is, by the way, the reason why they should join your follow-up community, because right there, the circle is smaller and you have more this bond. I don't think it's possible to create this kind of bond in a free community with this kind of size.
Hmm.
So I would not set this as a goal. I don't do it for my community when it's huge. I do not have the goal to create a bond. I use it more like a blog a little bit. You can see also here, most of the time it's me what I'm posting here, right? Weekend. Today I posted a post. I see it more like a blog. Um, but for me, it's very important today 400 to get close, 700, 600, 4, 900 to jump into the 1,000. And
Hmm.
what I did, for me, it was very important to jump into the tech category because the competition is not so big in the tech company. And what I did, I cannot recommend this, but what I did, I switched the price to $1, that my community is growing slower, but with better members. And by changing to $1, you will rank up higher 100 places in average.
Okay.
And that brought me into the top 30. And this is why my community gets very often recommended here on the site.
Mm.
But the growth will go down so extreme when you have $1 community. So I don't think this will be good for you because you have this running system of a lead magnet, etc., and
Yeah.
it works fine. Yeah. So
Yeah. Well, so a lot of people, and this has been awesome. Thank you for doing this. A lot of our people are like just starting brand new communities. Do you have any like a checklist of tactics or something that you would suggest, like when somebody's just first getting started, to start that culture from like the very
yeah,
beginning?
yeah. I highly recommend to start with 5 or 10 people. So what I say all the time is do not start a party with strangers.
Mm.
Um, I have a quite good following on social media,
Hmm.
and every time when I create a community, I tend to make a story. Hey, I have a new community, jump in. But then I'm getting the wrong people. So
Mm.
I ask my friends first, then the friends of the friends, and then when I mention on social media, I say, when you like to join, write me a DM. I want to check it out if you fit on it. So it takes a little bit more time, but the first 50 members are so crucial, so important. And I think when you fail at the beginning, it's so difficult later on a later stage because you cannot build a culture later. You
Hmm.
can only do it in the early days
Right.
with the first 100 members, right? These are the important members. And when you start your community with, I have nothing against TikTok, but with TikTok strangers, they come into your community to get a lead magnet and then they leave and they do not know Skool. Ha, better grow slow at the beginning. And when
Mm.
you have the foundation of, let's say, 30 to 40 good people, then you can invite strangers. It's like an offline party. I always use the metaphor when you start a party with 20 friends and then 10 assholes knocking on the door like to join the party, they will leave. They will not
Yeah.
join, or they will join and turn into good guys, but
Right. Right. Right.
they cannot crush it, right?
Yeah.
But when you start with 30 strangers, it's a boring party, 5 friends showing up, they will not like it. It's
Mm.
very tough. So the early days are so important. I know we all like to grow slow, grow fast, but I just for a couple of weeks or months, yeah. And find your deputies. This is also
Mm.
very important.
Mm.
Find these guys, these 20% who getting the traffic, who making the engagement.
Hmm.
And what I learned in the military when I was there, I was 10 years there in the basic boot camp, and I have to build a camaraderie. I don't know the word for
Camaraderie.
it.
Yeah.
In the first weeks with strangers, it was very tough, but very psychological games, what we have to do. And yeah, so I try to find the core people, and then I give them responsibility because when you get responsibility, you are taking action. Like
Mm.
I had a few people in my group, and they were not so engaged. And I said, okay, from now on, you are the man for this and that, for this day, for that day. And suddenly they felt like, oh, and then they took action. And
Mm.
you can do that with the community as well. So you are my man for the Monday. You are for Tuesday. Want to help out like the Twitch streamer do with their moderators, right?
Mm.
So finding the early, I call it deputies in your community who support you. This is also very important because you only need 10 or 20 people. And with these guys, you can easily get to 200 daily activities.
Awesome. A quick question. All right. So, and this is, I'll let you go after this if you want. So
No, I
the
have time.
question.
Easy, easy. And by the way, you know what? I appreciate it. I appreciate what you do. You are a learner. I
Mm.
see it all the time.
Hmm.
You are looking out Who can I learn from? And this is something what I appreciate because I call myself all the time student of life.
Mm.
You never, it never stops to study other people, other things.
Oh yeah.
And I appreciate this a lot because this is a humble attitude
Mm.
where you say, it doesn't matter what I'm doing. I know I'm good, but I still can learn all the time. I just want
Absolutely.
to mention this. Yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, there's always people that are way better than me at certain aspects of things, and that for engagement, that's you. So, I'm glad you.
This is why you are successful because you are ready to learn. This is what I watch all the videos of everybody. I watch your videos on YouTube.
Hmm.
I checked out high level. I checked out everything
Awesome.
to understand,
Yeah.
and even when I do not use high level, I can take out some parts and put it in here and there. But this is so important. Yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. And then thank you again for being humble enough to like jump on this call with me and and do this. I'll actually probably post this on YouTube if that's cool. The question I had is like, okay, I teach a certain way of doing community, and it's more, we're using it, especially the free community, as a way for you to have more conversations, get people on a call, at least
Mhm.
at first when you're first getting started, to try to get them into your paid offering if you can help them and they're the right fit. So, how do you balance that between trying to create community, which I think you are definitely more focused on than like using it as more of a funnel. So I think you have to have a balance there. In my opinion, to make money with school. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's like,
Yeah, look, I know I sound most of the time I sound like, yeah, I like to have this engagement, blah blah, but I'm still an entrepreneur.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I have 10 people full time working for me. I mean,
Hmm.
I need $60,000 a month. These are my monthly costs.
Hmm.
So, and school is a business, and I love to make money. So, of course, I have a funnel. Of course, I have a system, everything. But um, and again, this is a German community, but in the last days, I also like to have 50 plus members. It's a $99 community.
Hmm.
And of course, I have to find ways to bring people in, right? It's not
Yeah,
just, hey, running a great community with great engagement. No,
yeah.
we're doing live calls as well. We're
Yeah.
doing calls as well, one on one, and we have our systems. But what we do is, in my head, it's like, I always have in my mind, when you can buy a Tesla without a call, you do not need a
Hmm.
call for buying a community for
Hmm.
$99.
Yeah. No,
So
yeah, that's great. Well,
so but
it's because we have the high ticket too. So on that call, we can decide
yeah,
which one they're a fit for.
even for my high ticket, I never
Yeah.
made
Yeah, I know. That's
calls.
great. That's amazing.
But now I saw this on the international way and it's working, and I understand that some people, even when they just like to have 10 minutes, a person who say, yes, you can do it on the call,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
So we start implementing that. Andy in my team is doing this, and he has a conversion rate, I guess 65%. But we do not have many calls, right? Maybe one or two a week, so
Hmm.
not so much. We like to go straight to the paid community from social media.
Hmm.
We also tried in the early days. Wait, I have my game plan here. In the early days, we tried to go through the free community, but didn't work so good.
Okay, so you're not so your free community is really not the main thing that converts people for you into the paid.
Yeah, it is, but we do not. I have to put this the transparency a little bit lower because that was the old way, bringing everybody to the free community.
Hmm.
But I think it works better. So the transparency here, this way is better.
Hmm.
Uh, this way, this could be a way. Yeah, I have to adjust it a little bit. So we go straight here. And also from the free, of course, to the paid, we have onboarding calls. We're doing live sessions, sometimes online events. And I do posts here where I mention my paid community.
Well, and you though, in all fairness, for people that are like just getting started and everything, you have a brand, especially in the German community, so people already know, like, and trust you. So one of the things that we always say is, like, especially if you're just getting started, you don't have a big following,
Yeah.
starting with that free community, having a place to like kind of build that know, like, and trust,
Yeah,
kind of
sure. I
important.
think a free community is perfect for it. I mean, I have to be honest. I broke my own rules with my community business here.
Mm-hmm.
It's great to have 0% churn, but it's not growing fast, this community, right? Because nobody, I mean, now a few people know me, but I have the problem. I have no social media following in English. So
Mm-hmm.
the only people who know me are on Skool, and I cannot promote in the Schooler community, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I have exactly this trouble, what you are talking about. And I said, no, I can go straight paid. Now I recognize, shit, I need a free community to build a little bit trust. So
Yeah.
I created a free community. It's not about school, it's more
Mm.
about personal development. But
Yep.
anyway, people find that, and I would say 80% of these guys have a school community, right?
So that's the part that I want to like talk to you about. So when you're starting a free community that, like, is that container to kind of build like that know, like, and trust, that's where I'm talking about, like, how do we balance the wanting to convert people with creating community to engage, and I started mine the wrong way. And that's like you said, that's why it's so hard to shift to the culture once it's already in play. But I don't think I need to as much. Like,
No, you don't need to shift
yeah.
the. I mean,
But I
no,
like
just
the
create a
people,
little bit more engagement,
yeah.
not
But the
more. I
people
mean,
that are like getting started now with like their free community, like, what's the balance there of like,
again, about bringing them to the paid, making money, or
yeah, yeah, the balance of like creating a a community that converts but also engages.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah. This is something what I recognized very late. When I thought I need to have a free community to fill my paid English community, first of all, I thought, okay, I need something, a free community about school, right? Because I need a free community about school that the people who like to build a community, I need a related topic.
Mm,
But then I figured out, no, I do not need, because two reasons why I need a free community: build trust and experience school. But it don't have to be related so much. When I promote on my friends' social media, I found out it's better I can get more people to my first free community when it's not about building a community,
mm-hmm,
when it's more about a topic where everybody is interested in, right?
mm-hmm,
Everybody, like
mm,
personal development or something like this, because then more people will join and more people will interact. Because as
mm.
I told you before, community building, nobody has a clue. So they will not, the
Yeah,
topic is wrong to create an engaged community with this. So
yeah,
when you have a community about dog owner, about personal development, everybody knows something to say about
mm-hmm,
food or whatever it is.
mm-hmm,
So this is why I choose the lion mentality. It's more about personal development, and people recognize me, appreciate me. There's a connection, and of course I can reach out to everybody. So no limit.
mm-hmm.
And then building school community, that is interesting as well, because I see this community is great. I like to create my own community because I love this space. It's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
But when, let's say, they jump in our free school community, what we have, you have community builder, I have school community German.
Mm-hmm.
They jump in because they hear, oh, school, interesting. They jump in, they see, it's not a big bond. I mean, the owner is posting some tips, but so the feeling of creating an own community is a little bit lagging. I hope
Mm.
it makes sense.
Yeah, yeah.
But when we have a community about hiking, doing something, and everybody is like, I want to have a place like this as well. But where can I get the informations? Oh, the owner shows how to build community. Does it make sense? I
Yeah, yeah.
recognize that a little bit later. And
Mm.
this is why I started in the last month an English community about personal development, and a couple of weeks ago, an AI community.
Mm.
And I know you are very familiar with AI. You love
Yeah.
AI.
Yep.
So, $9 we can build to get the people on Skool, we do not need a community builder or a Skool community
Mm,
German community, because then it's easier for us to create engagement.
yeah, I've seen that, and I was at Evelyn's mastermind this past weekend, and that's kind of one of the things that she's expanding into, just talking about documenting your journey, because she has all these other interests that she's kind of like creating communities around, and because she's growing as a person, and you know, and she's what she does really good is just documenting like her journey as she does all these things, which is really cool. And yeah, so that's interesting that you're kind of going into like starting these other communities of things that you're interested in as a way to also grow your business. That's cool.
Yeah, look, let's say you're hosting a free party at your home about a topic what nobody can talk about.
Mm,
People will come, but they be like, yeah, let's see what happened. I have no clue, but I will show up. But when
yeah.
you are hosting a party about the 80s, the
Hmm.
back in the 80s, everybody can talk like, oh yeah, when we rented this video cassette and blah, blah. So there is an engagement.
Yeah.
And then I thought the next community, what I create, a free one, will be a topic where everybody can talk about. And
Mm,
with this topic, I will get the people from social media from everywhere to join Skool.
mm,
Then they experience Skool. Oh, Skool is interesting. And because the community is running very well, they tend to, I want to have a place like this, maybe for yoga or something like this. But where can I
hmm.
learn it? And then here we go. Yeah.
Yeah. I like it. Have never thought about that. That's very interesting.
Yeah, I
Uh,
mean, we are playing the long-term game, right? We have many options in the future.
yeah, for sure.
I mean, I want to build more communities. And I even have a community about cooking and baking. You know, I have no clue.
Yeah, yeah.
But people are interested in cooking and baking
Oh
or
yeah, for sure.
spirituality. I run a community about spirituality. I have
Now, do
so
you
many
use
communities.
those other communities to convert people into I mean, have you seen people move from those communities that are kind of totally
Um,
different topics?
no, not so much because I do not run this so active. I run only the Lion Mentality, the AI community, very active.
Mm-hmm.
But I think at the moment, my mission is to follow Skool's mission, bring people to Skool. I
Mm.
mean, the more people are
And
coming
you
to
and you
Skool,
also have the affiliate. You're
yeah,
pushing it
see.
as the yeah.
And I thought I found out the better way because I had a very huge following, or I still have a very huge following outside of Skool. I was a business coach. And when
Mm-hmm.
I started with Skool, I went all in. I just did Skool. And then I recognized after a while that many people didn't follow me because, yeah, the Skool was not attractive for them. And then I thought, okay, but maybe I can get these guys with a topic. It's not about Skool, it's more AI, personal development. And
Mm-hmm.
when you like to join, it's just this platform Skool. And I thought I recognized I can bring more people cheaper and easier to Skool when it's not about building a Skool community,
Mm.
right? When it's about something what they are already interested in.
Right.
So it was so easy to grow cheap, not just with ads and webinars.
Mm-hmm.
And so I followed this path beside my Skool community German, what gets experienced by discovery.
Mm-hmm.
But when I'm going out active on social media, I let them in other communities. And after a while, they feel like, oh, I want to have my own community, just $9. And I say, okay, you can go this direction. Yeah, here's my
Very
paid
cool. I love
community.
it. I love it. I just don't know if I can manage 8 different communities on like a bunch of topics that I'm interested in.
How many do you do everything alone, right?
No, I have a team of virtual assistants in the Philippines and in Pakistan, and then I've got another Jeff who takes a lot of the sales calls. But I do a lot of I do a lot of stuff.
You, in my opinion, you should hire one person. I mean, the budget should be there, right? When your team is not big, you should
Hmm.
hire one person, and this person should be so good. They should learn everything about community building and let them build the communities for you. You
Hmm.
are just the visionary,
Hmm.
you have the ideas. I have the Bella and the Andy, in my team. They both can run several communities. nonstop, up to 10 communities. I mean, because when you set it up in the right way in the early days, I mean, it's working, and you don't have to do this. But
Hmm.
yeah, you should find these kind of persons to get different topics in the market of Skool.
Mm.
You have 4,900 people in your community. I can, when you create now a community about sport, I mean, you have a bike behind you, right? So when you're creating a community about sport for entrepreneurs, you will get immediately 400 400 great people, and here's a new community,
Mm.
and who knows? I mean, when you have a couple of hundred people, they show you in the next product. There are so many other ways. I told myself a half year ago, do not just settle on one horse. Don't be just a community builder. Build something with AI, personal development.
Well,
I
AI is
also
a
have
AI. I'm
my
definitely,
my
yeah.
own stuff
Oh,
here.
nice.
I have so many side quests. Yeah, so in the long term, owning target audiences in
Mm.
different
Mm.
niches, and then look what they want and then build. Yeah.
Yeah, AI definitely is something I'm super interested in. So, and it's hot. I mean, look at the guys crushing it on.
And it will get harder
Yeah.
in the future.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Well, cool, man. This is an awesome conversation. I really appreciate you doing this. And hopefully we can have a follow-up one of these days.
We can keep in touch. We can stay in touch. You will have in a couple of days your flame back, right?
Uh, yes, yeah.
Yeah. And
I
then
need
the
one of the
next one is the
stars
star.
and the crown. That's what I'm looking shooting for is the crown, really.
The what? Oh, the crone.
Crown is 30K MRR.
I think a little you can get it with a little bit less, but yeah, it's close to
Yeah.
this. Yeah, I hope when Skool will launch one day PayPal,
Uh-huh.
because 50% of my clients are paying
Oh
outside of
yeah.
school. But maybe we will get in the next days Google Pay, Apple Pay. That's the first step. And then
Yeah.
when PayPal is coming, I'm going for the Crone as well. Yeah.
All right, man. Well, let's definitely keep in touch and yeah, this is awesome. Thank you for doing this.
Yeah. Thanks a lot. And thanks for what you are doing. Yeah.
I appreciate it, man.